Hi guys, Shay is here. Welcome back to my channel. If my hair looks messy, just bear with me. I just took my hairband off. So today's vlog, what do I want to talk about? Yo, my legs are aching. I had leg day at the gym yesterday. There's too much. But anyways, today I want to talk about why I moved back to Canada, because I've had a couple of people ask me, all three of my friends that I know. And I just wanted to get into that. If you are curious, and if you're not, you can just hit the X button up there. Anyways, so I moved back to Canada about 4 months ago. And prior to that, I actually lived here for about 8 years. Okay, let me move. Okay, rewind. Okay, so I moved back to Canada about 4 months ago. And before that, I was in Nigeria for about two and a half years. And before that, I was in France for a little over a year. But before that, I was in Canada for about 7-8 years. So yeah, basically, I lived here, I worked here, I went to school here. And then I went on to do my master's in France. Then I went to Nigeria to do my NYSC. If you're watching this, you probably know what NYSC is. If you don't, let me know. Why is this up? Okay. So, where did I stop? So I moved back to Nigeria to do my NYSC. The plan was to be in Nigeria for a year, but then I met my husband. We fell in love. We got married. Blah, 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 blah. So, the plan was always to come back to Canada. When I left initially to do my NYC, it was just to do my NYC for the 1 year. But then life happened and I ended up spending a little more time than I anticipated. And another great thing that happened was that I was able to start my business, my marketing and branding consultancy business, the Branding Powerhouse. And I got some great clients. So it was kind of like, okay, what's the rush? I'm making money, I'm chilling. My schedule is flexible just the way I want it. I have all the comforts that I want. I'm close to my mom, I'm close to my dad. Why would I want to leave? But then, the more I looked at it, the more it was like, okay, if I don't leave now, I'm never going to leave. And I also felt like there was so much more I wanted to learn in terms of marketing and branding and all that good stuff that I wanted to learn in a corporate environment, like in a 9-to-5 structured abroad workplace that I wasn't getting in Nigeria. Don't get me wrong, I did work in an agency in Nigeria for a bit of time, and I had an awesome time. But I felt like there was also more that I could learn in Canada. So I told my husband deuces, and then I came back to Canada. Now, the funny thing is that, human beings plan and God laughs. What's that quote? Man proposes, God disposes. Because in my mind, coming back, like I want to work in marketing, I want to work in 9-to-5. I was telling everybody, like, I have to come back. I have to learn, marketing, Canada, workplace kind of thing. And I got here and I ended up working for one of the biggest companies you can think of. And I quickly realized I didn't want to work in an office. I don't mind a 9-to-5, but I just didn't want to work in an office. Another thing that drove me to come back was like, okay, I'm married and I'm probably going to want to start having children soon. I don't know how soon, but in order to do that peacefully, for me to have the best peace of mind and not be anxious, I want to do it here because I'm comfortable here, because I've lived here most of my adult life. And there's so many awesome benefits with having your kids here. The government pays you, if you have a job and you're working, you get mat leave for a minimum of 1 year. Don't quote me, but a minimum of 1 year. I think it's 1 year to 20 something months. I can't remember. And I think in Nigeria it's about 3 months, which for me is like the baby is still cooking, like the baby's still fresh, like the baby's skin is still like 3 months, So I was thinking about all these things. I was thinking about the future. I'm like, I'm like, let me just come back, you know, so when I'm ready, so I can find a job, you know, and then by the time I'm ready to have kids, I'll be able to, you know, go on mat leave and still be collecting, you know, a portion of my salary. I believe it's 55%. Once again, don't quote me, please. And all that good stuff. So these are the reasons I came back, and now I'm back. I've been back for about 4 months. And I'm actually enjoying myself. I'm so glad to be back home. My friends, well, a lot of my friends are here. I think I have more friends here than I do back home. But anyways, so yeah, and my husband is here and we're living our best lives. And that is the reason I moved back. So I think if anybody else asks me, like, Shay, like, why are you back here? You know, why did you leave or whatever? I think I'll just direct them to this video. So if you guys have any questions, any comments, if you want me to do any videos about, what do I even know? I was going to say like about living in Canada or about living in Canada or whatever it is, or about moving back, or what it was like to adjust and all that good stuff, let me know. Just put it in the comments and I will be glad to answer your questions. I think that is all I can think of for now, and I will see you guys later. Bye.